guys, welcome to my July 2024 debt update video. So this video I will cover the debts that I am currently managing, well, the debts that I have, excluding my mortgages. So this is more consumer debts than anything else. So I'll be focusing on those types of debts in this video and the progress that I'm making. I do have one of my large notebooks here where I have written some numbers down to help me stay on track of what I want to cover in today's video. And funny enough, I also printed out my statement from one of the debts that I have, which is a personal loan, because I wanted to see something in these statements. They produce quarterly statements, so I was curious to see the numbers in that. So yeah. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Miranda, and on this channel I share everything personal finance. I cover budgeting, saving, and investing. If these topics are of interest to you, then please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into today's video. So the consumer debt that I currently have is a personal loan that I took out to renovate my home, and then credit cards. So in total, I have 5 credit cards, but only 3 of them have a balance on them. Of the 2 that don't have a balance, one I pay off every single month, and then the other one just sits there. I keep it for history, but rarely ever use that card. The other 3, I've been using them, and over the last 6 months, I think almost 8 months now, they are what I used for the unexpected occurrences that happened with my rental properties, and I've made a video all about this, which I'll link in the cards and put in the description bar below. But essentially that's where that debt comes from. So for today, I'm going to start off first with the personal loan, because I feel like that's easier for me to cover. So like I said, I took out a personal loan to renovate my home, and the loan that I took out was £25,000, and that obviously that's a huge amount. I was pre-charged the interest, so my interest was preloaded with interest, so it wasn't exactly £25,000. It was more 33,213 and 64 pence. So that is what my loan was preloaded with, and obviously I knew that from the beginning when I was taking out this loan, and I was okay with taking out that loan at that time. So that's how much I started with. And over I took it out in 2023. I believe it was April, and I think I started making, yeah, it was in April. I started making my first repayment in May. Yeah, so my first repayment was May, and the minimum repayment is around £650, and then I make around £50 extra every single month, because I would like to pay £700 towards this loan to, one, reduce the interest rate that I've obviously been charged already, but when I pay extra and pay earlier than the 4-year term that I took it for, they reduce the interest. So that's what I've been doing. And yeah, so that's just, it's been a year now, a year and May, June, July, August. Yeah, it's been 15 months now, 16 months. So they're about since I took out the loan, and I've been making great progress. Last month, the month of, well, not last month, but the last update for this, which would have been for the month of June, I ended my personal loan at 22,740. At the end of July, I ended my loan at 22,030 £30. So I have my trusted mobile here, so I can actually go into the app as I speak about this. But essentially, I made my minimum repayment for this loan, and then I made additional payments. So the minimum repayment was £651.59. Then I made an extra repayment of £48.11, and then they adjusted the interest that I had to pay, and because they did that, it ended up being, I don't know, I think it ended up, my remaining balance ended up being 22,000 £31 and 15 pence, and I didn't like that, so I decided to just send a tiny little bit of money, which was £1 15, so I could just make it 22,030. I have literally been scrounging the entire last 2 weeks of July, trying, I don't know why I keep slouching, but it's easier, trying to find that extra £30 so it can be £22,000 even, because I prefer even or whole numbers, but it just has not worked. There hasn't been money in the budget, so I wasn't able to. But I'll take a screenshot of this so I can put it in this video. But it was interesting to see, because I really wanted to get rid of that, but I couldn't. So my ending balance for the month of July ended up being £22,030 even, so, which I am happy about, because that is a difference of, am I going to be able to do quick maths? Yeah, £710. That's how much I paid, plus the interest adjusted in total, which I love it for me, right? It's great to see this loan amount reduce. My goal for 2024 is to have this loan under 20k, but seeing as I'll probably reach this in the next 2-3 months, I'm gonna see if I have unofficially adjusted the goal to see if I can be entering 2025 with like under 17k if possible. So we'll see what that looks like. But yeah, so on the loan, I've really loved it, and the reason I printed the statement was purely because I honestly wanted to see how much interest adjustment has been made in total. And this statement actually ends in June. So at the end of June, when I closed with 22,740, I had interest adjusted in total from last year of £181, which I think is really good to have that, because there have been some months where I've made a larger repayment and they have made larger interest adjustments. And I think, if I remember correctly, I saw this, I think the largest interest adjustment I have seen was back in March, because I made a repayment of £1,000 and the interest adjustment I got was £74 and 98 pence, which I couldn't believe, but that was the largest that I had seen since I started repaying this mortgage, this personal loan. So I was really happy about that, and it just encouraged me to continue making extra repayments so the interest can keep getting readjusted, and that will help me pay off this loan faster. According to my tracker, if I continue with the minimum of 700, it would take me 240 months to repay it. Let me just have a quick look at my budget tracker in the debt tab and see what it's saying. So, oh sorry, I have, according to this, I have 34 months, sorry, not 24, 34 months left before I pay off this personal loan. So that's what we're working with according to this, but I would like to reduce that as much as I can. So yeah, so that is it in terms of the personal loan and the progress I have made. So I've reduced it from 22,740 to £22,030. Now I'm gonna move over to the second category of debts that I have, and that is credit cards, the 3 credit cards. So the first one is the Amex. With the Amex, I ended the month of June with 2,275, and in July I made minimum repayments, and then I made extra repayment as well, but that extra repayment actually got eaten up by interest, which made me very annoyed. Anyway, it doesn't matter, it happened. This is why I've switched focus for my transfer to users. I would just be paying extra money towards that Amex only, because the other two don't have interest being charged on them. But this means that I I'm still at the same place I was at the end of June. So I ended July with 2,275. Like nothing changed whatsoever. It was very depressing, but such is life. Then the Barclay card, the one which has zero interest, I ended June with 1,800. Owing on that, this unfortunately has gone up by £400, and I have no excuses, to be honest. Life lived, and that's the end of it. So yeah, so I ended up with like 2,200 for that. And then the nationwide, this one, I don't even know what happened. Oh, I know, I put my glasses on that card, and I paid off the majority of it, but not everything. So this one has increased by £50. So I ended June with 3,700, and I'm ending July with 3,750, which is sad, to be honest. It is sad. So that is where we are. So in terms of overall debt for the credit cards, let me just have a look at my tracker. I ended at 8,225 as opposed to June, where I ended with 7,775. That's an increase of £450 or thereabouts. Sad, but such is life. So yeah, that's where I am with credit cards. To be honest, even talking about them makes my mouth hurt, but I need to figure out a way to get rid of this debt, and I think I've got no choice but to start looking for job number two to just be for paying off my debt. That's where I'm at right now. But anyway, that's it for this July 2024 debt update video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in my next video soon.